I'm sitting down today with professional chef and caterer Corey McKissick. Um, Corey, thanks for joining me today for this interview.
Oh yeah, like always, man. Thanks. I'm happy to be here, and I'm glad you are a part of my progress, my brother.
No doubt. Tell me a little bit about where you're from, man.
I'm from College Park, Georgia.
Okay, ATL and Stamp
Yeah,
Up.
College Park. We grew up in College Park. My family moved East Point, back to College Park, so South Side.
Got it. Got it. When did you start cooking professionally?
I started cooking professionally, I'll say anywhere from 12 to maybe 15 years ago.
Okay.
My best friend, one of my best friends, he's a professional chef, and he was cooking way before I even thought about it. And we became friends back in, I think, 1996.
Okay.
He moved here from St. Louis, Missouri, and I was his neighbor. And
Okay.
we became friends. He was a chef, but I wasn't into cooking then. So years later, we came together. Our arts came together because I
Okay.
think I was into film and television, and
Okay.
he was a chef and made very artistic food. So I would film him from time to time. So in between breaks of me filming him with my camera, I would go and prep food and set up, and he would teach me about different food cultures and
Okay.
the catering business too,
Okay.
because he was into that. So eventually we started a catering company together.
Okay.
And from that point up until now, I took on the title of being, this chef or professional caterer or catering chef.
Okay.
And it's been about almost 15 years now in the making.
All right. So during that time that you've been cooking, have you had any notable clients that you might want to mention? Kind of give us a background.
Man, we've cooked for a little bit of everybody. When I was doing the catering business with him, when I have my own company now, Toss and Burn, he had cooked for Janet Jackson and Jermaine Dupri prior to that. And when I came along, you're talking about Samuel Jackson. And, most recently, the recent mayor of the city of Atlanta, Kasim Reed, Young Thug. I can go on and on and on. People we've ran across that we've cooked for. Catering is what brought us to that, though.
Okay.
The catering world, a lot of companies in this city like Georgia Power and things like that. We've actually cooked for them too. So
Great. I'm going to come right back to more of the catering business and the importance of some of the members of your team.
okay.
But now I want to know a little bit more about you and your background. Tell me about your health and wellness journey as it pertains to food.
Well, in this business, it's a rock and roll business. A lot of chefs, they cook all different types of food, have all type of access to all type of drugs and alcohol and the likes, especially when you're catering parties. A lot of those favors are available to you. But my health and wellness journey really started when I was young.
Okay.
Because I love to work out. I love to go to the gym and work out and train and eat healthy food. And I had this sense of being experimental with herbs and different types of healthy stuff. I was just drawn to it.
Okay.
So recently I transformed myself. I call it transformation of me, taking on some of those principles that I applied to myself back in my 20s to now, because of my health was starting to disintegrate, being that I was abusing alcohol and drugs.
Okay.
And being a part of that food culture that you're around it all the time, so it's kind of hard to shake. So I recently had to clean up in order for me to maximize my fullest potential, which I strive to do every day now. I had to let all that stuff go and get myself back into physical shape first, because my thing is to transform yourself. You have to do it from the inside out.
Right.
You know, it's not just a 30-day fix or a 30-day detox, a 30-day fast or anything like that. It's actually digging in there, finding out what the problem is, which
Right.
my problem was alcohol.
Okay.
You know, apart from the drugs, it was alcohol.
Yeah.
So I fought like hell to try to get that shit out of my life, you know, and I was able to do that through trial and error, because I had those moments where I was in and out, in and out. But the health and wellness transformation recently came along through deaths in my family, personal things that happened to me, borderline heart attacks.
Wow.
Those wild moments of, you know,
Clarity. Yeah.
yeah, of clarity.
Yeah.
For the lack of better words, being scared straight.
Got you.
You know.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the first time. I had those moments throughout my life.
Sure.
So I just, you know, had enough of it, man. And I just had to let it go, man.
Got it. I know a lot of people are familiar with Anthony Bourdain, and throughout the end of his life and career, we found out a lot about some of the things that are going on in the back kitchen, and about the alcohol and the drugs and things of that nature. It's just kind of eye-opening just to hear that that these are things that you had to deal with.
You read his book. I read his book. I forgot the name of the book. Something of the underworld. Culinary adventures in the underworld, underbelly
Right.
of the culinary world. And that book, I mean, he laid it all out about, you know, the rock and roll, hospitality industry, the chef industry. It's driven on a lot of, I mean, fun things, but I mean, there's a lot of dark moments too. There's a lot of drugs and alcohol involved in it. And the thing about it, we glorify it as being cool too. So that's like the double-edged sword to kind of keep a lot of people addicted, because if you're a chef, you know, it's cool. The chef go back, do some cocaine, and come back out, as long as he's putting out this beautiful dish.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But not knowing exactly what's going on inside the body, you know. But our perception is that that's the chef, and my thing was I don't want to break those barriers down, but I wanted to solidify a place of help within myself, because like I say, I come from that. I come from eating clean food. I got away from it when I started in this industry.
Okay.
And it's come around full circle to where I'm able to do it the way I want to do it. But that came from me actually doing it to myself.
Got it.
You see what I'm saying?
So at this point, what excites you really about food at this point in your career?
The healing of it, man.
Okay.
Yep.
The healing power of food, I like that.
Yeah, because you can liquefy food, vegetables, fresh, it heals the body, man.
Yeah.
Juicing is good. Because these days we are carbs first.
Right. When you go
Carbs
to
and
restaurants,
sugars.
breads, they give you,
You know, you look at, I mean, I like soul food, man. And, you know, we'll get a chance to eat some of that. But
All right.
I want I want my greens to be from the ground. I go to the local farms and get it.
Right.
Get the greens and cook them. Like my grandma and my grandpops, they used to go get that stuff out the ground. So, but to actually liquefy those and put those in, the minerals get through the body quicker.
All right.
It gets where it needs to go. So
I like it.
The food is meant to heal the body, not to age it or turn it into inflammation or disease.
Right. Okay. All right. Let's get. Let me ask you this: What inspires you, apart from the health benefits and the healing benefits that you just mentioned? What really inspires you, or who inspires you when you create a new dish?
What inspires me?
Yeah.
I have a lot of elements that come together, the inspirations. I pull from my past experiences. I was telling somebody today, I said, I've learned a lot from different types of experiences and working up under different people and with different people. But what really gave me that wow moment is when I was able to say I developed my own style.
Got it.
You know, so that's my thing. After all these things I've learned, I pulled them all together, and I've come up with something that unique that I can say is my own. And you acknowledge the taste of my food as being something that you have never tasted before.
Yeah.
So
a lot of times when I'm dealing with your food, you know, I get this array of flavors that kind of comes in waves, and when they come together, it's a harmony, like a musical harmony, and it makes this new sound out of all these other notes, and it comes out as this dish, and it just excites my palate. It makes me think, man, I've never thought that this food could taste like this. For instance, like if you do your blackened salmon you did earlier, it's like just the way you did your blackening seasoning, I got a lot of those notes from the brown sugar that were coming out in the salmon. It was just really, it just made it stand out. I had never really had salmon that tasted quite like that before.
Right,
so
man.
I really appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you enjoying it, man. And that moves me, that motivates me, that inspires me, and that takes me to improve the next dish and the next dish. But I see that I get it right every time, man. Sometimes I'm kind of nervous, but I don't know. I shouldn't be, but I got my style, man.
Gotcha.
And I give thanks for that.
No doubt. Let's talk a little bit about that professional and catering industry. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about the importance of having a really strong team.
The team, you can't do it by yourself. I mean, especially when you're doing catering in volume, meaning numbers, 200 people, 250 people, 300 people. I love catering too. There's a lot of logistics that goes into catering. That's why you need people. Somebody got to shop for the food, got to cook the food, got to prep the food. Somebody got to load the truck, unload the truck. Somebody got to make sure all of the equipment is there, because you leave something, guess what? You got to go get it. You know, you get on a location, you got to have servers. You know, it's a lot of logistics. That's why you got to have people, and you got to have reliable people. One of the most difficult things I think with any business is building that team, man. Some people spend years and years getting the right people to come together to pull off their vision, but you just go through people until you find the right ones. That's what I've learned. You know what I mean? If you get your handful of people, you can build on it. And people are inspired by your vision, and they see that, hey, I want to be around something positive. You can pull those people. You eventually get to draw those people to you. You know, that's what I believe. You got to have people, though, man.
Got it.
You got to.
All right, kind of a fun question now. If you had to cook for any celebrity, living celebrity, who would you cook for, and what would you cook for them?
I know you asked me that. You asked me. I was trying to think of something. Man, I don't know. Let me think, man, because it have to be somebody who likes what I like, feels what who do I feel? You know, I'm digging somebody. If I just dig somebody, I can't think of nobody right now, man. It'll come to me. Ask me another question.
All right, no problem.
It'll come to me. I want to answer that because that's a good question.
Okay. Well, what's next for Toss and Burn Kitchen? What do you see yourself doing the next?
My thing is to take this concept or this idea that was organically put together by one of my clients, man. She has MS.
Okay.
And she gave me the name Toss and Burn. And it works perfect for my personality because, like I said, I look at burn as being something that is athletic.
Right.
Also,
something physical,
and that's what I'm into.
Right.
You know, I've always been into keeping myself in shape, and the tossing part is just that clean, organic foods, no GMOs, grass-fed, you know, clean food, man. Okay. And the next thing is just to keep proceeding with this clean eating concept, continue to heal people in the process, because that's one of the main elements, because I had to heal myself.
Got it.
And get back into introducing people to healthy lifestyle. You know, that's what's next.
All right.
And that's what's going on. And also do more marketing around, you know, television, and getting that name out there for people to find out exactly what's going on, you know, with this toss and burn thing.
All right, no doubt. Cool. Well, that was my last question. You know, the only one we didn't really get around to is that celebrity question, but it's not as important, I think, as you being able to cook pretty much anything for anybody, and it's just about finding that match, about what that person's looking for.
Exactly.
And what their goal is.
Yeah, I can't, a celebrity, yeah, I don't know, because like I say, I think my food works magically when the right person has the same personality I have.
Gotcha.
Like you, man.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? So as if you was a celebrity, it would be you, or somebody who thought like you.
That's cool.
And who's real cool, down to earth. I love house music. You love house music. You know.
Right.
I love good food. You're a smart guy. You know. I like going to the chiropractor. You're a physical therapist.
You know, that's all good, you know.
You know.
Hey, whatever it takes to get right. You know,
Exactly.
I'm all for it. So cool. Good chat with you, Corey.
Thank you, man.
All right, no doubt.